Hey there, Titans! Welcome back to another video. Today, we will cover environment variables. Environment variables are variables that are shared across your Titan environment and can be accessed from any Titan project. They can then very easily be exported to different Titan environments and changed without actually modifying your projects. This can be useful if, for example, you have record types that are different between your Salesforce environments and you want to use them in your projects. Can be useful if you're redirecting to a certain link in Sandbox and you want to redirect to a different link in production, and many, many more uses. Let's take a look. Over here, under Settings, you can see you now have a tab for Environment Variables. And here, we can manage and change our environment variables. We have two types of environment variables. The first one is a static type, which holds a string of text. And the second type is projects, which reference a certain Titan project. In addition, variables can be either public or private. Private variables can only be used for Salesforce pushes and gets, as they are evaluated on Titan servers, while public variables can be accessed from anywhere in your project. Let's see how you can add a new variable. So I'll click on Add Variable, and let's make this a link, a static link, and let's reference google.com. And we want to make this public so that we can actually redirect. So let's save, and let's head over to my web project, where I will show you how you can use them. So over here in my web project, I have three different examples set up. The first one, I want to get an account with record type filtering. So on my account button, I have here a Salesforce action, which is getting an account. And at the moment, it's just getting the first account that comes up. If I head over to conditions, you'll see that when I type record type ID, I can actually evaluate this with my account record type, which is a private variable, and this will be running on Titan servers. So if we now hit apply, close, next save and apply, then clicking this will only bring back accounts that have that specific record type. In addition, I have here a dynamic pick list that is synced from Salesforce, and this pick list has different values for different types of records. So if we head over to my pick list get, you can see that under Advanced, if I enable record type filtering, I can now again select my account record type. So if we save and preview this, and I hit Get Account, we're getting an account which is under my record type, and I only have two values under SLA. Next, I want to trigger a sign project from my web project. And this sign project is actually going to be an environment variable referencing a sign project. So let's go over to my action flow, let's delete this node, and let's add it again. Document generation. If I click on Titan sign, you can see I can select my sign project environment variable. And under record ID, I want my contact lookup. And if we insert and apply, you can now preview this project. You'll see if I select a contact here and launch sign, this launches my sign project, which I defined in my environment variable. Next, I'll show you how you can redirect to certain web project. So let's open this, let's delete the node, let's add a new one, and this time we're going to redirect to our web project. If we save and preview this now, you'll see when I hit redirect, I'm redirected to the web project that I specified over in my dashboard. Next, let's head over to Titan Sign, where we can set up a few different definitions. Under Document Submit, let's say I want to trigger a specific Titan flow. So I'll hit Trigger Titan Flow, go to Edit, and here I can select my flow project, which I defined in my dashboard. If I go to Configure Parameters, you'll see I can also configure parameters for my project, and I'll select my second text field here. Now, if we save and go back to our web project, we can actually trigger this signing process. And if we put an email in here and sign, this will trigger a Titan flow now. So over here in my email, I got my email from my flow. Now, let's see how you can export variables between environments. So I'm back here in my dashboard, and if I go over to any variable and click the little three dots, I can click Export, and I can choose to export either to one of my related accounts or to a pin. So let's start with a related account. Let's select any account here. And static variables will just be moved to the new account with the same exact value. So I'm going to click Export. Next, Let's select a certain project variable. And if we click on export and select an account, we can actually configure the new value in the target account. So I can select a new value for this web project. I will quickly grab a pin and I will show you how you can export using a pin. So I have a pin copied of one of my related accounts. And if I head over to export and pin, I can enter this pin. And again, I can map this to a new value. I don't currently have any signed projects in my different environment, so it's not giving me any options. So I can leave it empty if I want. Let's quickly head over to our second account and see the environment variables over there. So if we go to settings, environment variables, you'll see our three variables were exported. We have the record type, which is identical. We have the web project, which was changed, and we have our empty signed project. And that's how it's done.